Since the events of Avengers Endgame, the MCU has welcomed a range of awe-inspiring characters who wield powers that could reshape entire worlds. From mystical warriors to celestial beings, these post-Endgame characters are some of the strongest Marvel has ever seen. Let's count down the most powerful of them all and explore just how much they could impact the future of the MCU. Which post-Endgame character is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share for more countdowns of the MCU's strongest. Who do you think could go head-to-head with these powerful characters? 10. America Chavez, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 2022. One of the biggest surprise power hitters to come out of the post-Avengers Endgame stories is America Chavez. In a saga titled The Multiverse Saga, having the ability to be able to punch portals into different universes is pretty vital. Packed from head to toe in extra-dimensional energy, America is by far an absolute powerhouse of a gal. She also has super strength to go along with that. To be pursued by none other than the Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, for her power makes her abilities pretty priceless. If a character like Scarlet Witch, the most powerful mortal character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, needs her power, then America is pretty much one of a kind. This means she's absolutely going to be a vital key player in future Avengers stories, perhaps playing a key role in a potential Young Avengers project. 9. Agatha Harkness, Agatha All Along, 2024. The current standout star of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, thanks to the well-received Agatha All Along, is Agatha Harkness, one of the MCU's most powerful magic users. There isn't much magic in this cinematic universe more powerful than dark magic, and it just so happens that Agatha is a master of it. The ancient witch has a very deep connection to the Darkhold, one of the most powerful magical objects in the Marvel world, meaning her power is of similar standard compared to others. After all, not everyone can go toe-to-toe against the Scarlet Witch and give her a run for her money. Agatha is not only strong in magic, but in knowledge as well. Being alive for as long as she has been, she has years upon years worth of knowledge to use in battle. 8. Gore the God Butcher, Thor: The Dark World, 2022. If there's a good thing about Thor: Love and Thunder, it's the one and only Gore the God Butcher. He may be the most underutilized aspect of the film, but he is still absurdly powerful. Unfortunately for both the character and Bale, though, this power is not shown as much as it is talked about, but rest assured, Gore is one powerful God-slayer. Anyone knowledgeable of the comics knows that Gore is a being capable of incredible power. Equipped with his Necrosword, he can slice through and go toe-to-toe with pretty much any god. Gore's many feats of killing gods are talked about quite a bit in Thor: Love and Thunder, and audiences even get to see him go up against the film's heroes directly twice, so all is not lost for those who want to see what Gore can do. 7. The Eternals. Eternals, 2021. It's hard not to group the Eternals because they'd take over most of the ranking's lower half. This group is made up of a handful of different powers that, while good alone, stand better together, much like the members of the team themselves. As near-primal beings and direct descendants of the Celestials, the Eternals are outright gods on Earth. The Eternals each have some of the best powers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some examples include Thena, a mighty warrior who can manifest weapons, Circe, who has the Unimind and can manipulate matter, and Icarus, who is basically just Superman. The team is also made up of 10 Eternals, and there's power in numbers. Although, by the end of their film, they all pretty much went their separate ways, the Eternals are still admirable foes on their own. 6. Kang the Conqueror. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, 2023. This man was once supposed to be the next big villain for the next generation of Avengers, supposedly more powerful than most post-Avengers Endgame characters. The plan was for Kang the Conqueror to grow in strength enough to be a threat to every Marvel hero across the multiverse. Alas, Major's real-life controversies soured those plans, and the MCU pivoted to a new direction. The only Kang variants that have been shown in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, besides those featured in the post-credits scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, have been killed by heroes less powerful than the Avengers. But, at the end of the day, he was also beaten by the Ant family, so how much of a threat can he really be? 5. Doctor Strange Supreme. What If? 2021 present. The first animated Disney Plus Marvel series, What If, brought some new characters to the screen in the form of variants of familiar faces that audiences know and love. The best example is Doctor Strange Supreme, a variant of Doctor Strange who is far different and absurdly more powerful. Unlike the mainline universe Strange, Supreme draws power from the dark dimension, which gives him far different abilities than standard Strange and allows him to do some astonishing things. Doctor Strange Supreme faced Infinity Ultron, taking multiple blows from him without suffering much damage. He created an entire universe, and his power ended up accidentally destroying his own. 4. Infinity Ultron, What If? 2021 present. Ultron was already one of the most fearsome yet underappreciated foes the Avengers faced. However, a completely new version of him debuted in What If and changed everything. An Ultron that took over Vision's body and obtained all the Infinity Stones, Infinity Ultron sliced Thanos in half before the Mad Titan could take even a step toward him. He then practically wiped all life from his universe. Not only that, but he annihilated Asgard and killed Captain Marvel and Ego the Living Planet. But those aren't the wildest of things that Infinity Ultron has done. Somehow, he managed to peer through the barriers that make up the multiverse and look into the nexus of all realities itself, giving him ultimate power. 3. Arishem the Judge, Eternals, 2021. For those looking for a good example of the kind of power that Arishem the Judge has, they can find it in one of his first big feats, creating the very first sun. Arishem actually conjured up a plethora of suns, stars, and planets across the known universe. As one of the mighty Celestials, Arishem has no known weaknesses that have been shown or spoken of in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Arishem is also the creator of other Celestials, the universe's most powerful beings. He created both the Deviants and the Eternals, and it's said he also created intergalactic law. Arishem's power level sits above that of the gods with his position as a prime celestial. Those beings that Arishem creates are literally birthed out of planets like chickens in eggs. It's an absurd amount of power for one to have. 2. Lady Death. Agatha All Along, 2024. There are a few beings in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that are literal physical embodiments of entire aspects of the universe. The most recent is the introduction of a legendary Marvel Comics character, Lady Death. Yes, for those who are more general audiences, the Marvel Universe has death personified. To have control over an essential aspect of the universe is unfathomable. Lady Death has a very big part in the comic mythology, being comic Thanos' prime motivation to snap away half of the universe. That's right, comic book Thanos was so obsessed with death that he thought it only logical to offer her half the life in the universe. Her power has yet to be fully shown, but based on what fans know from the comics and what is obvious about being a representation of death itself, Lady Death is one of the most powerful beings the Marvel Cinematic Universe has ever seen. 1. Eternity. Thor, Love and Thunder, 2022. Alongside Lady Death and a few others, Eternity was an essential universal embodiment born at the beginning of time itself. Eternity is the physical representation of, well, eternity itself. It's stated within the Art of Guardians of the Galaxy art book that Eternity represents all time in the universe and has unlimited ability to manipulate time, space, matter, energy, or reality. That's right, Eternity can manipulate pretty much anything that exists within space-time. They can only be reached through the gates of eternity, as seen in Thor, Love and Thunder. Eternity is so difficult to reach that whoever managed to reach him first was said to be granted any wish of their choosing, as seen in the 4th Thor installment, when Gore brings his daughter back to life. The universe quite literally cannot exist without eternity. That's about as much power as humanly fathomable. And there you have it, the 10 most powerful post-Endgame MCU characters. From universe-altering heroes to the literal concept of existence, the MCU has reached astronomical levels of power. What will they do with it? Only time and plenty more multiverses will tell.